Hello, everyone. I would like to thank you for joining me for today's topic. Today, we're going to go over number 3 ranked UFC light heavyweight contender Magomed Ankalaev's entire combat sports career. His amateur career was a bit difficult to document accurately, as his records on Sherdog and Tapology were different. Nonetheless, after doing my best to line the names and dates up, it appears he had an estimated amateur record of 15-3, going 2-3 through his first 5 bouts before winning his next 13 straight. As an amateur, Ankalaev won 3 world championships, finishing in second as the runner-up one of those 4 years. In addition, he won 7 national championships and also a combat sambo national championship, all in his division of 205 pounds, or 93 kilograms. During this time, he lost twice to future, now former M1 Challenge light heavyweight champion Rashid Yusupov, who currently sits at 12-3 as a professional, as well as former Niger light heavyweight champion Murad Abdurakhmonov, who currently sits at 9-2 as a professional. As far as his amateur wins go, he defeated the likes of Mikhail Ragozin, who is currently 22-6 as a professional, former interim Bellator heavyweight champion Valentin Moldavsky, who is 12-3 currently, as well as current undefeated studs in ACA light heavyweight champion Muslim Magomedov, who is 12-0, and Hassan Maziev, who is 14-0 with 13 finishes. Maziev also went 6-2 as an amateur, only losing twice to Ankalaev. Ankalaev's Wikipedia page also states that he defeated current 17-2 Bellator light heavyweight champion Vadim Nemkov as an amateur in 2014, his second win over a Fedor Emelianenko protege, though there's no record of the fight. Once turning professional, Ankalaev would continue his terror dominance, defeating then 9-1 Vasily Babish in his pro debut. This was followed up by a win over then 9-3-1 Dovletchon Yagshimuradov in just his third pro fight, who went on to win and defend the ACA light heavyweight title prior to entering Bellator's light heavyweight Grand Prix in 2021. He then defeated 20-18 Lloyd Marshbanks in his fifth fight, 15-3 Arthur Ashtikov in his sixth fight, 23-6 Maxim Grishin in his seventh, where he claimed the AFC light heavyweight championship via TKO at 113 of round 4, UFC veteran Wagner Prado defending his title against the 12-2 opponent via KO at 333 of round 1, before doing the same to 14-6 Celso Ricardo da Silva at 111 of round 1, making the second defense of his title prior to making his UFC debut with a perfect record of 9-0. Ankalaev would face perhaps the greatest grappler to ever grace the UFC's light heavyweight division, perhaps short of Glover Teixeira, in his promotional debut, winning nearly every second of the contest en route to his triangle choke defeat at 4:59 of round 3, and this would be the first and last time he'd lose a fight as a professional. Since then, Ankalaev has defeated the likes of 13-3 Marcin Prachnio via KO at 3:09 of round 1, 14-2 Brave CF light heavyweight champion Klidson Abreu via unanimous decision, 10-1 EFC light heavyweight champion Dalcha Lungiambula via KO at 29 seconds of round 3, 15-4 Ion Kudelaba via TKO at 38 seconds of round 1, a controversial stoppage that led to their immediate rematch, which Ankalaev won via KO at 4:19 of round 1. This was followed up with a victory over former Fight Night Global light heavyweight champion Nikita Krylov via unanimous decision, who currently sits at number 3 in the UFC's light heavyweight division and was 27-7 at the time they fought, before defeating a trio of former light heavyweight title challengers and current number 9 ranked Volkan Ozdemir via unanimous decision, who was 17-5 at the time, Thiago Santos via 5-round unanimous decision, who was 22-9, and then current number 10 ranked Anthony Smith via TKO at 3:09 of round 2, who was 36-16, going into the bout on a 3-fight finish streak himself. This led up to his title shot with former KSW and UFC light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz, who was 29-9 at the time they fought and is currently ranked at number 4 in the division. After the 5 rounds were completed, the fight was scored a split draw, though most of us fans, as well as Blachowicz himself, thought Ankalaev won the fight and should have left the event as the UFC light heavyweight champion. This anticlimactic outcome was followed up by another when Ankalaev took on the rebounding number 7 ranked Johnny Walker, who came in on a 3-fight win streak. Ankalaev illegally kneed Walker at 3:13 of the opening round, bout resulting in a no contest considering. Walker appeared to be in good enough shape to continue, though the ringside physician felt otherwise, thus stopping the fight in its tracks midway through round 1. This led up to their immediate rematch that took place 2 weeks ago at UFC Vegas 84, where Ankalaev KO'd Walker at 2:42 of round 2. Walker had a strong start to open up the bout, but Ankalaev's patience and accuracy ultimately won him the fight. As you see, Ankalaev is now 19-1 with a draw and a no contest as a professional, and he could easily be a 21-1 or even 22-0 world champion. The only fight he ever lost, he just needed to hang on one more second to secure victory. Paul Craig, the only man to ever defeat him, has the most triangle choke submission victories in UFC history, and Craig is also the only man to ever defeat former UFC light heavyweight champion Jamal Hill as well. Ankalaev's draw should have been a win in many people's eyes, and he was winning his first fight with Walker leading up to the illegal knee. Luckily for us fans and himself, he corrected that wrong earlier this month. Ankalaev is the best wrestler the 205-pound division has seen in years, and he's also one of the more technical, more dangerous strikers in the division as well. When we've got guys like Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill, and Yuri Prohashka in the division, all of which are either current or former champions, that's really saying something. It was great to see him return to form at UFC Vegas 84, knowing that these recent non-defeat setbacks didn't hinder his motivation, because he's one of the very best talents in the entire sport right now. I have personally pegged him as a future UFC champion for the last 5 or so years. There are just no areas in his game that he has a weak spot. Being handed a 9-1 opponent in his pro debut, as well as a 9-3 in just his third fight, a 2018 in his fifth, though it's not a great record, he's far more experienced. A 15-3 in his sixth fight, and a 23-6 in his seventh, and so on. Ankalaev has been defeating very good fighters that are far more experienced than himself for some time, though. He was literally fed to the wolves right out of the gate and passed every test with flying colors. At 31 years of age, what type of success do you see Magomed Ankalaev achieving before his career is said and done? If you made it this far, I'd like to thank you for watching my video, and please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of them.